Paul, what's your reaction to that performance?
Well, I thought the performance was way better, Seth. I mean, you know, my reaction to the performance was they came in, they played a strong defensive game. But my reaction is I think we scored 2 legitimate goals tonight, and I thought they had an offside goal. That's my reaction. Thus, we've come away with nothing.
Does it feel like it's just one of those things right now for this group that it's struggling and it always seems the decisions go that way?
Yeah, but you got to work out of it. You know, you got to work your way out of it. I said to the boys after the game, you know, I was critical of how we've played on the road recently, and I've said my bit, and I'm not going to say any more about that. And I've told the players I'm a straight shooter. That's the way I am. But today, I thought, you know, there's a few tired legs. Fretta's played 3 games in 5 nights after being out for 5 weeks, and he looked tired today. And to be honest with you, if Levi would have been healthy, he wouldn't have played today. But I thought the first goal, I thought the goalie, Holt, did a great job of making the call for the referee, because I think, looking at the video, Lawrence skated through the crease, then jumped out the crease, and they didn't impede the goalie in any way. And you know, Dowd shoots the rebound, and I think 99 times out of 100 that's possibly given. And then the second goal, it loops up, it hits the glove of Holt, and Jono's there to poke it in, and then that's waved off. So you just, you know, when you're battling like we are right now, and confidence is low right now, you know, they're the things that go against you. But my experience, and I've been around the block for many years in this game, and I've told the boys, go home, eat well, come back in on Tuesday, and we go again. It's as simple as that. We go again. And turn your phones off. Don't listen to the rubbish that will be hammered to you, because the social media world can be very tough for us all at times. And I know it's got to some of my players in the past. And I said adversity should bring a group together. And yesterday we deserved nothing. Cardiff were better in every way. Today we deserved the win.
How do you work this week? What do you look at this week to try and get things back on track?
You know what? I try and bring a smile on their face, but we work even harder. We come in and we work even harder, and we dig even harder. And our power play has 0 confidence right now. I thought the second unit zipped it around. I've took some guys off and I've put some guys back on who have been waiting for that opportunity, and I thought they took that opportunity tonight. And you know, Holt played a solid game as well tonight. I'll give credit where credit's due. He made some big saves at key points in the game. But I've got to bring some... there's a lot of pressure in Sheffield, because you're expected to win. But, you know, as I see it right now, no one's won or lost any trophies right now. We are in a point where we have to come together, and we got to dig ourselves out. And but tonight, people will look at that result, the fans that haven't made the game tonight, and think, oh, here we go, here we go. We deserve to win tonight.
Is there more pressure than you anticipated?
Well, my job's to keep the pressure away from the players, because we live in this world now where you can be attacked quite easily on social media, you know, and I don't want that happening I don't care what they say about me. It makes no odds. It makes no odds. I was critical of my club yesterday. I am not critical of my players today. I'm absolutely the opposite. I feel that they've been robbed a deserved victory today.
What else have you got to do with this group? You talked about leadership. Where does that come from now? Who's the player? Who's going to take that role on for you in that locker room?
Well, you know, we'll get Fitzy back. I mean, he's very positive, super positive guy. And, you know, and Levi, we've missed Levi over these couple of games. He's, you know, he was a goal a game, for the last 6 games before he got injured for us. And he's been a key performer for us. And, you know, I thought Dowdy was really good today on the bench. He was really positive, trying to get, you know, guys up and trying, you know, because we were fighting. We were working hard today. And, but we got the sucker punch today. You know, we got the sucker punch, and that second goal was the sucker punch. But at that time, I really felt it should have been a 2-1 hockey game. But I can't reverse the clock, Seth. But what we can do is we can look at what we need to do down the road to get better. And, you know, I think we deserved the win today. And I think we would have been 3-0 up against these guys. But they've all been tight games. They've all been tight games, and you expect that. So I think it's because our run of form, especially on the road, has kind of brought us all down. But we got to dig in and get better. And this, like I said, through adversity, a good group, and they're a good bunch, a good group come together, you know. And we got to settle down, stop gripping our sticks in certain situations, stop putting pressure on ourselves in certain situations, and go out and play with a free mind. Let me do the worrying, let Darryl do the worrying.
Ryan, how proud of you of that performance tonight?
Yeah, we we had meetings before the game, and we said it. We wanted to grind out a 2-1 greasy road game. We said that, and it just happened to be a grinding out 2-1 win. And with everything going on with our group and the way we fought back yesterday, used our offense and to come back into the game, and then today showed what we know we have here is a strong defensive unit. When we play as a whole and we play as a group, we're good defensively. And Sheffield put us under a lot of pressure, and we defended well. We didn't give them a lot on the inside. They had a lot of zone time, but they didn't have a lot inside the danger areas. I thought we kept them to the outside. We got to rebounds. We got some bounces, but I thought we played the perfect road game tonight.
How much credit do you have to give to your goalie? Because he's been criticised a lot, hasn't he, Chris Holt?
Holtzy had a big game for us. He had a big game. He kept us in that game last night in Manchester. He made some huge saves when it was getting away. And tonight, tonight's the Chris Holt that we need. That's the guy that we need to be our best player every night. And he led tonight. And you could tell he wanted it. He came in, he had a great game for us. He gave us confidence that when we did break down or they did pressure us, that he would be back there. So it was good. From our D zone out, we were a very good hockey team tonight.
Quite a response, isn't it, to what happened to him 7 days ago?
That's hockey. One bad game. I mean, we're miles past that situation now, and 2 big wins here on the bounce, and hopefully rolling now.
Do you feel like this is the weekend where the Clan season turns in the direction you want?
I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. We got a lot of work here, but we're, we got Chris Bruton's a big player for us. He's out of the lineup tonight, injected back in next weekend. It's been a long road trip. I said before the game, this is basically our last game in this conference on the road in England. We got one more in Wales and we're done. So we've been on the road a lot. We've been playing a lot of hockey away from home here, and the schedule's starting to turn in our favor with a lot of home games and a lot of Scottish Derby games. In our conference, we haven't seen that. So. This is a great way to kind of end it, and hopefully we can kickstart our season here.
What's your message to the rest of the league then, knowing that I suppose we're now in Clan territory?
Like I said, we don't change whether we're losing or winning or what's going on around us. I'm pretty rigid that way, where I don't let it affect me too much, and you got to take the good times with the bad times. And right now we're going to look and we're going to enjoy this one, because we haven't enjoyed a lot of hockey lately. We're going to enjoy it here. We're going to have a great bus ride home, a great day off and rest, and we'll get back to work Tuesday. And it's not difficult when you're having fun and you're winning games. Things just get rolling, and anybody who's been a part of winning teams will tell you that there is no secret. It's just you got to grind out wins, and the weeks kind of carry into week after week after week, and it becomes fun to be at the rink, and it becomes fun to play, and that's when good teams are made of. And this was a big win for us tonight. For so many reasons, this was a big win, and to get it in front of our fan base, the traveling fan base, and those are the biggest numbers anybody's ever seen travel to games, and it was finally nice to reward them this weekend.